Oserende in Mode local government area of Edo State are protesting over plans to fence in their only access road by Azura Edo Power Project Company. They are calling on all concerned stakeholders to come to their rescue as hundreds of houses and thousands of residents will be denied access if the road is acquired as part of site for the Azura Phase 2 projects. Libeduma Sagwaram has more.
The Azura Edo Power Station is a natural gas-powered open-cycle electricity generation plant with a current operational capacity of 461 megawatts located in Benin City in South Nigeria. The power station has currently begun its second phase by acquiring a large expanse of land at Orio Oserende, but the enogi of the community, His Royal Highness Vincent Nosakae Ohenzua, who spoke through the secretary of the community, Eric Eyewari, said the only access road that the community uses to get in and out through Idowina and Urura community and eventually the Benin Auchi road will soon be cut off following the second phase Azura project. He also called on the company to relocate the electric poles inside their land.
This one links Idowina straight to Benin Auchi road. This is the major line that is bringing light where we have all these poles down to the community. So we are saying they should create an alternative road. This one they are closing, they should take it to their fence so that we can access Idowina and the other communities over there down to Auchi road. That's what we're asking for. We are saying if you are closing this road, take it, relocate to that side. That's all. We're not asking for much.
Meanwhile, landlords and residents of Orio Oserende are calling for the intervention on the Azura Power Project, the Oba of Benin, and the state government for the relocation of the electric poles to the side of the fence of the company.
If they manage to, if for example they lock us up, there is no access road to the community. That is where the major pole to this community come from. That is the major road that carry light to this community. If for example they block the road, where can we get road?
Even when the light
even if when the light have problem, where can we get light? So where would they relocate the poles? All the poles, they say that they want to block the road. Where would they put the pole? So we want them to give us another road to replace the old road.
Now, if they don't do that, by the time they do the proper fencing, the area we occupy now will be waterlogged. Erosion will be our problem. We don't want that thing to happen because I have a building here. By the time they do what they want to do now, time to come, there will be erosion wahala. So we want to guard against that. So the earlier the better. Let them give us an alternative route.
At the project site, the contractor in charge of securing the Phase 2 site, William Edudaro, says he has written to the management of Azura Company following the protest of the landlord at Orio Oserende calling for his men to stop work.
21 days I've been out. They now sent me pictures of what happened in this place that they said you stop work within that area. I said no problem. Look at what I wrote yesterday. Look at it. Community appeal.
Let him read it to us.
Community. Look at the yes. Community appeal for road creation. Good. That's what I wrote yesterday.
Yes, that's a
to Azura. And I wrote, kindly find attached. Please treat as urgent because they are digging hole for column. Hence they came appeal. Yes. I put it as an appeal to you. Yeah. Then as from tomorrow we are fencing all material.
It is expected that the management of the Azura power plant will in the coming days meet with the enogi of Orio Oserende, a resident of the community, over the cry for help. Lemedum Asogwaram, KFM News.
Still in Edo State, a criminal high court of justice sitting in Benin City has sentenced to death by hanging a dismissed police constable, Joseph Omotosho, attached to the defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS, Edo State Police Command. This sentence is coming after 5.5 years of waiting for justice by the family of Benson Obode, a car dealer who was arrested by men of SARS for undisclosed reasons and later died in unclear circumstances. The dismissed constable, Joseph Omotosho, alongside corporals Adeleke Adedeji, Abena John, Oniyo Musa, Henry Shobowale, were found guilty after undergoing a court trial on 8-count charge bordering on conspiracy to steal and murder over alleged car theft incidents that happened in 2015. But the other 3 accomplices escaped during the #EndSARS protest when 2 correctional centers were destroyed in Benin City and inmates escaped. The presiding judge, Justice Ohimai Oviagile, delivered judgment on the 5th defendant, Joseph Omotosho, who was the only person present in court while suspending the sentencing of other absconded criminal policemen. 26-year-old Benin-based car dealer Benson Obode was said to have been listed among suspected criminal gang who allegedly stole a Peugeot car in Lagos for their raids. According to multiple reports, his corpse was later dumped at the Specialist Hospital Benin City with a different name inscribed on his lifeless body. Family investigations revealed that the policeman who committed the murder also stole an unregistered Peugeot 306 car from the late Benson Obode, stole the sum of 200,000 naira cash from him, made away with the wallet containing his identity card and 2 ATM cards. And now away from Edo State, National Security Advisor, retired Major General Babagana Moguno, is to lead a delegation of heads of federal law enforcement, security and intelligence agencies to town hall meetings in 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The meetings, which were agreed upon after his meeting with service chiefs and head of other security agencies, have a direct assessment of the security situation across the country, get feedback and elicit recommendations on the pathway to lasting peace and security in the country. The first town hall meeting will hold in Kaduna State on Monday for the Northwest Geopolitical Zone. Those to attend the meetings are the 7 state governors in the zone, traditional and religious leaders, lawmakers, non-governmental, youth and women groups. Elsewhere, the federal government has postponed the reopening of Third Mainland Bridge till end of February 2021. A federal comptroller of works in Lagos, Olukayode Popola, said on Sunday that the bridge will no longer be opened today as earlier announced. Popola, however, said the bridge would be totally closed from midnight of February 19th to 21st to cast concrete on the last expansion joints before the final reopening. The comptroller explained that the concrete would require between 3 to 4 days to set before the final preparations to reopen the entire bridge to traffic. He said lane markings on completed sections also have to be done before reopening. Popola pleaded with Lagosians and all Nigerians to bear with the government, assuring that the reopening will take place this month. The Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos, which has been going through a series of repairs, was partially shut on 24th of July for another round of rehabilitation works. Traffic was partially diverted on a stretch of 3.5 kilometers where construction is ongoing between Adeniji Ramp and Ebutemeta, while different time belts were allotted for traffic diversions on the bridge. Coming up shortly after this break, Serap asked court to restrain President Buhari from targeting activists. Details in a moment.
Split seconds. There is a lot happening around us, but we can't be everywhere all the time. We've got work, families, and chores to cater to, and most importantly, time to rest. And that's why having reliable partner like KUFM News is important. Sleeping? We don't. We work round the clock, bringing you stories as they break from Nigeria and across the world. We would stop at nothing to keep you informed, because KUFM News is all about you and stories that affect you. Politics, business, human interests, sports, entertainment, just name it. We've got you covered. KUFM News. Timely, precise, spot on.
Yeah, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. You're still listening to Newsbreak. And now to the rest of the story. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has approached the Federal High Court in Abuja, asking it to restrain President Muhammadu Buhari from using the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 to target activists. SERAP, in a statement issued on Sunday by its SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, wants the court to bar Buhari from implementing draconian and unlawful provisions of the CAMA 2020, which allows the federal government to arbitrarily merge a new association with an already registered association, to suspend and remove trustees of any association, and to take over funds belonging to any association and transfer such funds to another association on the pretext that the account is dormant. The organization also joined the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami and the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC) as defendants in the suit. And now to Delta, where the state government says And also Delta, where the state government says it is ready for the enumeration of all widows residents in the state for easy and comprehensive access to them as part of its social protection program, Widows Welfare Scheme. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, who flagged off the exercise with the training of Delta North enumerators to produce a dependable electronic widows compendium, said the program will entrench a merit system and enhance the processes through which government will select those that truly needs its support. The Delta State Widows Welfare Scheme, initiated in 2018, has 5,607 enrollees who are paid monthly stipend from the state government with free healthcare services from accredited healthcare centers across the state, including surgeries. 6 persons, including 4 children, sustained varying degrees of injury in multiple auto crashes in Nteje, Oyi local government area of Anambra State. The crash, which occurred on Sunday evening opposite a petrol station, involved a Toyota Corolla car and a coaster bus with 15 persons on board. An eyewitness said the crash was caused by wrongful U-turn on the highway. Confirming the incident, Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC, Andrew Kumakbai, said no death was recorded. He, however, warned motorists to avoid making a U-turn on the highway. 4 persons were on Sunday burned to death in a lone accident involving a commercial bus at Atoyo inbound Ogbere along Ijebu-Ode Benin Expressway in Ogun State. The Public Relations Officer, Ogun Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps, Trade, Babatunde Akimbeyi, confirmed the incident to newsmen in Abeokuta. According to Akimbeyi, the accident, which occurred around 11:50 a.m., was caused by a brake failure and disobedience on the part of the driver of the bus. The Public Relations Officer, Ogun Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps, said the driver of the commercial bus disobeyed the warning at the diversion point and chose to drive on the black oil, and in the process experienced a brake failure, lost control and ran into the bush, hitting a tree in the process before the vehicle was engulfed in fire, burning 4 passengers to death out of the 14 on board the bus. He said the whereabouts of the remaining 10 cannot be ascertained as the deceased were burnt beyond recognition, adding that the number plate of the vehicle could not be ascertained. Akimbeyi explained that the Ogbere Divisional Police Command had taken over the case, adding that the driver of the tanker loaded with the black oil is already in the custody of the police. The trade spokesman called on drivers, particularly commercial vehicle drivers, to cooperate and show understanding with traffic managers so as to make the road safe for all road users. Coming up on our entertainment news, Sinach releases new single, Greatest Lord. Details in a moment. Yeah, welcome back. And now to our entertainment news, where Nigerian superstar Sinach at the weekend released a new single, Greatest Lord, to start up the year 2021. The single is a declaration of God's sovereignty over all situations and circumstances that the world is currently going through. Just like when King Jehoshaphat in the Bible was faced with an obviously insurmountable enemy, God's strategy to him was to put singers in front to lead the Israel in worship. And finally, on our entertainment news, veteran Nigerian rapper Vector has released new single Eli Momo, and it features talented singer Good Girl LA. The record is the lead single from his upcoming album Teslim. The song created the record around themes of love and good feelings in the thick of love. And that's it on our entertainment news. And now in sport, where Enyimba secures slim win over Rivers United in CAF Confederation Cup. Egosa Igbeka has more on our sports desk this morning.
Good morning. Midfielder Siri Osilema scored the decisive goal as Enyimba International beats Rivers United 1-0 in their CAF Confederation Cup playoff fixture, first leg playoff fixture in Aba on Sunday. The game was held off for several minutes as a result of heavy downpour after just 9 minutes of action. Olisema netted the winning goal a minute before the hour mark. The People's Elephants played the last 15 minutes of the game with 10 men after Tosin Omoyele was sent off. The return leg will take place next weekend in Port Harcourt, and the overall winners will advance into the group stage of the competition. Elsewhere, Gormaya were beaten 1-0 by Nasa Stars. FC Platinum also lost 1-0 to AS Jara for Senegal, while Galaxy were beaten 3-0 by Orlando Pirates. In other matches, Nkana FC defeated TAD Casablanca 2-0. Young Buffaloes were beaten 2-1 by Etoile du Sahel of Tunisia, while AS Boinguidi defeated Salitas 1-0. In the CAF Champions League, that's what's happened in Nigeria in the CAF Confederation Cup results between Rivers United and Eibar International. Now, finally to tennis now, where we moved over to Australia, where former champion Rafael Nadal and fourth seed Dani Medvedev both cruised into the Australian Open quarterfinals on Monday morning. Nadal, who won the title in 2009, gained a routine 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 win over Italy's 16th seed Fabio Fognini. The Spaniard will face Stefano Tsitsipas in the quarterfinal on Wednesday. Medvedev beats American world number 192 Mackenzie McDonald 6-4, 6-2, 6-3 to claim his 18th consecutive win, and will face compatriot Andrei Rublev, who was leading Casper Ruud 6-2, 7-6 when the Norwegian opponent retired with an injury. And that's sports news on KUFM's News Break. My name is Egosa Agbeka, and back to you, Orlando.
Thank you so much, Agosa, and that's the news. But before we go, let's take a quick recap of the headlines. On the news this morning, we told you that Orion Wosewende community are protesting over a planned closure of access road by developer. And also, federal government is to begin nationwide town hall meetings on insecurity. And finally, on Newsbreak this morning, 4 dead in Ijebu-Benin Expressway accidents. Please do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net or download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Or for visual purposes, you can join us live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM's News Break was produced by Nusahai Owadia.